I was in year 4 at the time, and it was when ASU was on strike, that 6 months strike. So I was mostly at home, always on Facebook and stuff. And I met a girl online. She seemed very beautiful and all, very witty. So we became friends. I actually never had any intention of having anything to do with her. But over time, we became close and we started dating. It was an online thing in the beginning, but we met when the page that we found ourselves, where we met one another, had a party. So that's where we met and became friends, and we started dating from that point onward. Then fast forward to Valentine's Day 2014, and we had an agreement that she was going to come over. She didn't come over. I didn't hear anything from her, and I tried to reach out to her, but I couldn't. It was on the Thursday. By Monday, when I tried calling her again, it wasn't going through. Then I got a call, an international number, and what had happened, she was in India and she had leukemia. In fact, he just did bone marrow transplant for her. It was heartbreaking. Like, she said when she woke up, I was the person she wanted to speak to. So I felt this connection with her. So she was dead for like 3 months, and I was talking to her every point from that day onward. Now we had exams. I wasn't really into the exams at the time because she was all I was thinking about at the time. So when I even failed one of my exams that time because I forgot to drop my answer script. I took my answer script out. I was just absent-minded throughout that time. She was all that was in my mind. After, when she got back, she had changed. That beautiful girl was all lean, and she was a shadow of herself. So we continued dating. Her parents don't like me because I'm just an humble boy, right? She lives in Lekki, 7-room mansion and all that. So it had always been this star-crossed lovers thing between us both. However, the cancer was still there. She was still in remission at the time. She was a virgin, and our doctor said that one of the reasons why she was losing blood all the time was because she was a virgin, so she needed to have sex and all that. It sounded dumb to me until when I realized that the doctor actually intended to rape her and stuff. So I was a part of her life, and one thing led to another, and I went over, we were together and all that. After like 2 months, after when I went to her place, I didn't hear anything from her again. It was coming towards my exam time. I searched for her everywhere, I couldn't find her. And before I knew it, all our family members on social media, everywhere, just disappeared. Her number stopped going. I didn't hear anything from her again. And this was the woman that I loved at the time. So I was all over the place. I didn't know what was happening, stuff. 2 months got to 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I hadn't heard anything from her. So I felt used. I felt like I'd given all of myself to this person, and just all of a sudden, puff. So I figured, okay, I was already having extra year because I was my final year at the time. I was already having extra year, so what's the point? So during that period of time, I was always thinking, I got into depression and all that. And I can remember one day I was living in Oyingbo at the time. I walked from Oyingbo to Pangrove at 11 o'clock at night. I just kept on working. I just tried to get myself. No, at the time, this seemed little. This seemed like something I was going to get over. But months got to years, and I couldn't sleep. I was always drinking. I was always taking pills. I sunk into solitude. I just wanted to be on my own. Now, I was a person who was always ready to help people, who listened. I ran a group a counseling group at the time while I was in school. So I was always ready to listen to people. But I found myself chasing people away from me, unto the point whereby I changed. Then I felt nothing again. I saw myself dreaming about suicide. I told someone that I don't know, like I know actually how it feels to die. The person was like, that's stupid. And one time I wanted to prove to that person that I'm dead inside. So there was this pill I always took. I had an overdose, and I lived alone. I lived alone at the time. I had an overdose, and I was literally off. What saved me was a neighbor of mine always come around. Anytime she feels like I've not gone out of my house for a long time. She came around and she saw me lifeless with, this is a story I've actually never told anyone before. I always keep this part. She was seeing foam in my mouth and stuff, and she thought I was convulsing. She thought maybe I had epilepsy or something. So she got the neighbors and she took me to the nearest clinic, and I told the doctor, when I was fine, I told the doctor to tell everyone that I had food poisoning. But the doctor knew that it was an overdose of pills, so he tried to help me, but it didn't work. I used to think depression was because suicide mostly always stems from depression. And I used to think that depression always stemmed from a singular occurrence or something that happened that changed your something. But with me, I found out that it could also be a disease, that even if that incident, even if you've healed from that incident, insofar as you've not been able to let go, or if not been able to find help or get help, it's still there. So I saw depression in a whole different light. I saw interaction with people in an whole different light. I saw that a lot of persons are actually hurting deep down inside, and they can't talk out, they can't speak out. So it made me see things from a whole new, different point of view, and maybe made me a better person. So now I'm trying to do everything possible to make sure that no matter how little you think that your troubles are, insofar as it is hurting you in ways no one else can understand, get help. Because once you compare your troubles with the next person, you feel like your troubles are nothing compared to that person. But you don't know, but you're hurting, you're sick, you need help. So depression is not just a physical ailment, it's mental, and you can't be seen. You only knows how it hurts. So that's what it taught me. That was this incident taught me. Every person who's going through something has a void that needs to be filled. One of the things that psychotherapy does is it takes you back to the last incident that happened that could have triggered whatever it is you're going through. Now, when you are able to go back to that incident, you find that thing that was missing, that you've been trying to fill through drugs or through smoking or whatever. You're trying to fill that void. So I feel like if you can be able to identify that void that you're trying to fill, either because you were raped and you feel like your dignity has been taken away from you, your sense of person has been taken away from you, you need to be able to find that balance. That's why I feel that is why a lot of foreigners, the white people, have dogs or have cats or something, because they want to be able to feel loved. A lot of persons who are going through something or the other they don't feel like they're loved enough, either by their parents or that boyfriend or that girlfriend or that friend. They don't feel they're loved enough. So for me, Shemilore helped give me balance, give me an equilibrium, because I could all those things I couldn't feel, I could feel them with her. I could feel that I am capable of loving, and someone is capable of loving me too, because she does not know that I'm not the father. So she loves me above anything. So every time I'm with her, I feel alive. So I think instead of having to indulge in vices, it's best you find that void, find it in something, either in doing something that you love, maybe pouring yourself into your work, or for me, getting somebody that you know that you can transmit that love onto, and you can feel alive again, and over time, you'll be better.